Well, this week we're coming to you in front of the Vista Civic Center, kind of the center of government and activity here within our city. And it's a great backdrop for us thinking about this week in the story, because Israel is really kind of pondering and thinking about their government and asking God for a king. Now, if you've been reading through God's word with us these last few weeks, and you kind of should know, Israel already has a king. You remember his name? Yeah, his name is God. So they should have just kept with him, but they insist we got to be like everybody else. We've got to have a king for ourselves and be like all the other peoples out there. So God decides to give them what they want. However, there's going to be strings attached, because that's kind of how it always goes when we ask for things that God doesn't necessarily want us to have, isn't it? That there's strings, and maybe negative strings attached to that. Well, Israel's going to find that out in their near history here. God raises up a man named Saul, who in the beginning it seems like he's going to be a pretty good guy, except for the fact that on his inauguration day, he's hiding behind all the luggage in the palace because he doesn't want to go out there amongst the people. Not exactly the brave king that maybe you're looking for. He has his moments, but it's going to be a downward trajectory over the next couple of weeks as we read God's word. But there's a lot of hope for us built into all of that, because we've all lived in a world and been disillusioned with maybe the things leaders have done and how they've felt about things at times, and other times been tremendously blessed by them. But God's word reminds us and kind of puts us all in perspective today that he's really the one who's the king of our lives. And when we live with him and under his grace and love for us, that's really going to be the best thing for us. It's going to lead to a man named David next week who will become king in Israel, one who again is connected to that line of Jesus, because every week this is always pointing us to Jesus. And we're going to see that really when Jesus is our king, everything is right and good. That's the one that we really need. But for this week, we start learning about those travails of King Saul. We start seeing again how God can really bless those who are down and out, as we read about a woman named Hannah who has a baby when she shouldn't have. And God just does miraculous things there, again, raising up a prophet named Samuel. So I hope he'll bless your reading this week. I hope you're hanging in there. We're at week 10 now. Can you believe it? Week 10, going through God's word. And I just hope and pray that you're sticking with it. Let me encourage you to do so as we learn and grow together. Have a great week. We'll see you either tonight for Lent worship or this weekend for worship and faith. Have a good week.